Hey everybody, welcome to part 3 in this How to Build Your Dreams series. I've used all of these different things for years and years, and it's resulted in some really incredible life experiences. If you have not seen parts 1 and 2 yet, part 1 was about future memories. It's a phenomenal sort of mindful exercise. It starts around the 6-minute mark, and there's going to be an extended version coming out soon where it's just the exercise itself, done for about 10 minutes, where this one is about 4 or 5 minutes, and I'm constantly talking over the music track, but it is wonderful. Go and build as many future memories as you possibly can, because the more you experience that future and you feel into it, the better it gets. Part 2 was the most beautiful question formula, which teaches you how to ask really incredible questions that can allow you to essentially accomplish anything. I know that sounds a little bit scary at times, that your potential is unlimited when you ask the right questions, but it is true. And so today is about taking what you've gotten from future memories, from asking great questions, and sort of deconstructing a roadmap to where you would like to go. Today is going to be a lot more practical. And so there's going to be a little bit of there's going to be like a downloadable PDF, and I'll give you a Google Doc that you can use to follow along on this, but I'm going to be on my phone following along on the base Google Doc that you can get access to in the description and down below. I'll probably put it in the comments as well. So let's talk about this. So once you have your future memory and your most beautiful question asked of how you'd like to get somewhere, then we start to put together an actual practical plan for that. There's going to be other parts of this series that are less practical and in your head, but I do feel like it's important to start to put some of this stuff down concretely. And so this is a plan that I use for all the different departments in the team of Rapid Transformational Therapy and other organizations that I've helped. So when we first start, I like to look at your dream for the future. With whatever your job is, whether that's in a company as an entrepreneur or an entrepreneur, whatever it is, you got to build the dream of your future for the company, for the business, right? It could be for a relationship, it could be for your health. So whatever you're going after, let's do that first. So dream for the future, what is it? To give you some examples, in the content team for RTT, the dream for the future is to be the Mr. Beast of transformation. So being able to produce in a giant production studio incredible world-class content around growth and transformation for the world. And so that's what they would like to do. They'd like to have all the toys, all the gadgets, the most incredible team that can build incredible things and be really strategic and be able to produce great levels of income for themselves and creativity. So whatever your dream for the future is, go ahead and pause, write that down, do this along with the video, whatever it works for you. The next part is if there's any team members involved whatsoever. So if that's a relationship, it's your significant other, or if you're polyamorous, maybe it's many people. Whatever it is, are there people involved, key people, and kind of what are their roles? How are they going to play in this dream and in this plan for the future? Number 3 is priorities. And my rule about priorities is if you have more than 3, you have none. So let's pick 3 priorities. Right now, as an example for RTT, it's RTT itself. So the Rapid Transformational Therapy training and making sure that we're delivering that at the highest level possible, and we are focusing on the systems for marketing that at the highest level possible. Number 2 priority right now is the I Am Enough live program that's starting in October. So we're prioritizing that because it's a personal development program, it's low ticket, and we just want to get it out to as many people as possible because it's amazing. And then number 3 is our Rapid Transformational Coaching program that actually launches tomorrow at the time of this filming, that I'm actually participating in because we see it as a beautiful gateway to successful businesses for our graduates across the brand. And then we've got a bunch of other things that could be focuses for the company, but for now, those are the top 3. So pick your top 3 priorities right now, and these can shift. And then what I like to do is once I have my top 3, then I put an other focuses pool down below so that when I accomplish one of the 3, or I feel like I've done what was necessary for that, I can slot something else into a top 3 priority. The next thing is actions for success. Now this one is really important. What are the necessary things that you must do on a daily, weekly, monthly basis for these things to succeed? I try not to go small. I try not to do micromanaging with my own schedule on this, but everyone's a little bit different. So if you like micromanaging or you're a Virgo, maybe that's cool for you. So from my perspective, actions for success, as an example with RTT, is we like to do a value-based webinar every single month. So we're introducing people to something incredible from RTT. Today, we did a webinar that that was called an open house, where we had them experience a little bit of a virtual classroom as they would in the program. And what I call webinars are sweeping mechanisms, where we're doing it in such a way that people get to experience the behind the scenes so they have a better idea if the program is for them or not for them. And I've seen both responses even today from various prospects in the business. So go and list out what are the actions of success. Maybe if your goal is to get a six-pack, you got to do abs every single day. You got to eat maybe less carbs or the exact right amount of those things. So determine what are those actions of success for you. There can be more than 3. I listed 3 because I love things in 3s. The next one is admin requirements. It's so important to stay on top of admin depending on what the goal you're building this all around. And you can do one-page plans for different areas of your life. You could eventually work this into something like Lifebook from John and Missy Butcher. There's lots of ways to apply these one-page plans, but you could do one for your life overall, and then you could do one for every category of importance. But just remember that you want to follow generally this system, and feel free to adopt it and modify it with your own magic and whatever you find works for you. So admin requirements could be things like documenting the success of what you've been doing. So if you don't track what's happening, if you don't measure it, it's really hard to manage it. So make sure that you're measuring certain things, and that's admin requirements, right? If it's a business, taxes, that's definitely an admin requirement. Taking pictures of receipts, cataloging expenses, paying yourself every single month. These are admin requirements. And then the last 2 components that I have right here are your priority status. So whatever you listed above is the priorities for the business. Then you would like to go and say, what are the status of those priorities right now? And what do you want those priority status to be in exactly 1 year from whenever you're writing this? So for the purposes of this document, it's listed as September, but whenever you start it, you can do that. You could do 1 year, you could do 3 years, you could do 10 years. It's really nice to do all of the above, but I call this a 1-page so that you can keep it really simple and it's actionable. You can look at it every single day when you make decisions, whether it's in health, relationships, money, self-love, growth, education, whatever it is for you, your life as a whole, making sure that you're really staying on top of your priorities, your focuses, and you're shifting those around as you accomplish things. Because hopefully with this process, and when you're targeting the right things that you want to be working on that were usually built from a future memory and then the most beautiful question formula and everything you learned from there, that you're actually so inspired to accomplish these things that it's actually working. That is part 3. The only other thing I would recommend through all of this is putting together a 1-year calendar and then a quarterly calendar of what you'd like to accomplish and when you would like to accomplish that future memory by, which the most beautiful question formula from part 2 should have helped you with. That's the end of this video. I hope this helps, and go back and make sure to build your 1-pages and share them with me, maybe in the comments. Give me a little bit of information on what's helping you. And then part 4 is going to be super exciting. We're going to be talking about mentorship and how I think getting the most out of that is really critical. I've been blessed and gifted with so many wonderful mentors over the years, and it's not by accident entirely, although I think there is some magic involved. So hope this helps, and see you in the next video.